welcome back to the podcast, and you're listening to the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And today I have my daughter Taleen. Say hi, girl. So Taleen, tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I am a sophomore, and I'm going to high school.
You're going to high school, or you in high school?
I'm in high school.
Love it.
I am on the dance team.
Woohoo!
I am in chorus, and we are going to Candlelight, which is where we go and we sing at Disney, and we're going on Thanksgiving, and we're going on December 23rd, December 30th. And when you go, you get 4 tickets if you go on Thanksgiving, 2 tickets if you go on other day, and then another day, another 2 tickets. So it's 8 tickets
Wow.
if you go all days.
Oh, okay, so we need to go all day so we can get the ticket.
Thanksgiving.
You're not gonna go on Thanksgiving?
I
How
want
many
to,
you get
but
on
like
Thanksgiving?
4.
Yeah, we need them for Disney tickets.
But
We need those.
who said I'm bringing you?
You what? Oh, so you got friends now? You have friends now?
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, so
I'm
and
playing. I'm giving you a ticket.
you gotta talk up.
I'm just playing. I'm gonna give you a ticket.
You right. You don't got no choice but to give me a ticket. What you mean? Anyway, so that's all you want to tell them about yourself?
I'm 15. I'm a Leo.
No. Team Libra. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's it? Alright, well, it's been almost a year, pretty much, since you've been on my last episode. So, since then, how have you evolved? What has changed in your life since that last episode?
I think that I've learned a lot about high school and people in high school and what group you're supposed to be in and all that stuff, like the stuff that we talked about in the last podcast. I figured out by now.
You found your tribe?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm trying. I'm still trying.
You're trying to find a tribe?
Yeah. I have friends on the dance team, but I don't know, it's hard.
Why is it hard? I still don't understand.
It's just hard because people make things difficult. So,
Like how?
it's just so much that you gotta do. It's just so much that goes with, I don't know. For some people, it's easy. It's like, we're just it's high school. Just don't worry about it. Just have fun, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But for me, it's different because I think too deep into things and I think ahead of time and what if this happens, this? And they're like, no, just let it happen.
You're right.
But I can't.
Why? That's how you, I mean, not to say not to think deep, because when you're building friendships, you have to think about little things like, how far you see this friendship going and stuff like that. But at the same token, you're in high school, just have fun.
I mean, I'm trying to, but the thing is, I'm a gullible person, so it's very easy for someone to take advantage of me, and I don't even realize it.
But you can't claim that. You can't claim and say that you're gullible. Those are things that you shouldn't claim. You need to own a situation.
But I don't really think it's a bad thing. It's just something that, I don't know, I don't think it's a negative thing to say. It's just something that I am. I know I am. It's just me not accepting it, I think. If I say I'm not.
No, I'm going to say don't say that you're not gullible. I would say don't claim it. For example, and this is why I wore this shirt. My shirt says always late. Okay? And and this is something that I struggle with right now. It's being late is a big thing that's hanging over my head. It's causing issues in my life. So I wore this shirt today, although we know it's true that I'm always late. But I wore this shirt today to represent that I'm not going to claim always being late anymore. I know that that's my thing, I'm always late, but I'm not claiming it anymore. I'm not going to be I'm always late. y'all already know I'm gonna be late. You know, that's like you accepting the situation. Okay, you might feel like you're gullible, and it's okay. Like you said, it's okay. But in a sense, you have to know when to control that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't allow people to see that you're gullible, because just like when I was talking to my supervisor today, people will do to you what you allow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you approach a situation like, oh, I'm gullible, so, you know what I'm saying, like, it's not a bad thing, but I'm gullible, then people will see that.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I am gullible, so that's why I have to think ahead and stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm gullible, so I'm just gonna be gullible and let them know that I'm gullible. I'm saying that I'm gullible.
So
that's
you have
why
to
I'm
be
saying,
more,
yeah.
okay, you have to be more cautious about the friendships that you make. Okay, understood. My bad, y'all. Okay, so you're saying because you're gullible, you feel like that's why you have to put more energy into creating friendships.
Right. Some people can just be like, oh, I'm just gonna be friends with this friend when, you know, hang out with this person. It doesn't really matter. But for me, I have to be like, if I do this, then they might think this, and you know, it's like.
Yeah, but I still think you're putting too much energy into it. Just be yourself.
I know. Okay. So I want to make friends. Like, I want to just have fun, which I am having fun. But when I also want to make like a group of friends. You know, like I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna hang out with these people and go to these people and go to these people. That's what I do. I do that a lot, but I don't want to do that. I want to find like people that I can just go to. Yeah.
Your tribe? Okay. Well, I mean, that's how it happens. Like, that's how it works sometimes. You might feel like you fit with this group of people. It just happens when you least expect it, though.
Right.
But I would say, and I keep telling you this, just be yourself. And don't let situations and things influence you. And I understand what you're saying, that, you know, you can be, you know, I wouldn't say gullible. Just say nice, or you accept, like, you see things for face value. If somebody says something to you, you don't think about it as maybe it's a lie or they're, you know, going over the top. You more so think of it what it is, and they could be lying or, you know, and taking advantage.
I think I make excuses too. Like, I'll be like, oh, maybe they didn't show up because of this and this could have happened, but if something happened, they should have told me or something.
But you know, we have to know in life, these are things that's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna meet people, meet friends, and you might think that the proper way to handle a situation is to say, oh, I can't make it because X, Y, and Z, versus just not showing up and not saying anything. But everybody else don't see things that way. You know, some people feel like, oh, I'm just not gonna show up. And I'm not saying they could have ill reasons why they didn't show up, like they trying to be trite. But at the end of the day, people don't see things the way you see things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you just gotta set yourself up. But I wanted to talk about a funny incident about this sweater. So Taline had this what kind of sweater was it?
It was like a 90s Nickelodeon show.
Right. So it had all the Nickelodeon characters we like. Damn, who was in it?
Hey Arnold.
Yes.
Rocko's Modern Life. Real Monsters.
Oh my God. So
Rugrats.
Taline had this sweater, and she I guess when they had dance camp, I can talk about the sweater?
Yeah.
Okay. When she had dance camp, she let somebody borrow the sweater, and then I guess they
took off the sweater and then left it on the table, but I didn't know that we left it on the table. And then we left, and then I was like, where's the sweater? And she's like, I left it on the table, like, I thought you saw it. And I was like, oh, I think she still had it. And then when I went back the next day, it wasn't there, and then I couldn't find it. And then I went to the Lost and Found, or I didn't go to the Lost and Found, but I saw like an orange sleeve hanging out of the Lost and Found. And I was like, oh wait, maybe that's my hoodie. But then I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go eat lunch and then I'm gonna go back and see if that's really my hoodie. And then I forgot. And then the next day I went to go check in the Lost and Found and it wasn't there. And that same day, a girl was wearing the hoodie.
Pause. So guys, for those who are listening, give the advice. She's gonna finish the story, but how do you guys think she should handle this situation? Continue.
Okay, so everybody knows that's my hoodie. Like, I'm the only person with that hoodie. It's a bright orange hoodie. Nobody else had that hoodie. And then everyone was like, wait, is that your hoodie? Like, and I was like, yeah, I think that's my hoodie. And they're like, yeah, because you're like the only person with that hoodie. Like, I saw it. And random people were telling me like, oh, I saw that girl with that hoodie. Like, isn't that the same hoodie you have? I'm like, yeah, I lost that hoodie. And I think she took the hoodie. So then I confronted her. And then I was like, oh, so where'd you get that hoodie? She's like, oh, yeah, my mom bought it for me for my birthday a week ago. Mind you, I bought this hoodie a year ago. Mm-hmm. The string is missing. You know how shirts and like some fabric get frizzy and stuff, and the characters and stuff, they had like cracks in it. So I'm like, she bought it for you a week ago, but it looks really old. Okay. So then I confronted her again. I was like, listen, I think you're lying because the hoodie looks old. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I didn't want people to know, but I got this from the thrift store. I got this from the thrift store, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. But
so
then,
wait, this is your second time approaching her on a different day or the first?
Yeah, no, okay. But on the second day I approached her, I don't know, we were like walking down the stairs and she was like, oh, I like your shoes. I was like, thank you. Okay, but the hoodie is like, I was talking about the hoodie and she's like, bro, this is not your hoodie. I feel harassed, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, and she's just like, I don't remember what was it. She said something.
Needless to say, she approached the girl a few times about the hoodie. The girl said it's not her hoodie.
Oh no, okay, yeah. So I told her that I lost my hoodie and I thought I saw it in the lost and found, and then the next day she had the hoodie. And then she's like, okay, I admit that I saw the hoodie in the lost and found. You admit that you saw it in the lost and found, but you also saw it at the thrift store. How does that make sense? Like, how do you saw it in the lost and found, but then but you go to the thrift store and buy the same hoodie you saw in the lost and found. Why don't you just take the one that you saw in the lost and found? Oh wait, but you did take the one out of the lost and found.
Sound like you need to get this off your chest. Needless to say, how do you think she should approach it? Now the girl, she still got the hoodie.
Yeah, and I was just like, whatever. Like, just
she still be wearing it to school?
Yeah, my friend texted me. She's like, oh, she's wearing the hoodie. Like it was a testing day, and you know.
Jasmine said I would have been tell her to take off my sweater. So I asked a friend, because I don't want to give her bad advice, like to cause a big scene at the school. So I spoke to a friend of mine, shout out to Yasmin, and I was like, yo, what you think she should do? So she said that Talene should inform the girl that she's gonna contact the guidance counselor. That's what I told you. Yeah. And have her mom get contacted about the sweater. Should she let the sweater go and just leave it? Would it seem like that's what the situation has come now?
I mean, I'm just like tired. She's like, I don't want to bring all this stuff, all these people in. I already told her I said, I'm going to go to somebody, And then I told my mom that I said that. And then she's like, oh, I didn't tell you to say that. I told you to say you should have said you're going to go to the guidance counselor.
Right, I told you, I said specifically, I said, tell the girl that you're going to have the guidance counselor contact her mom so you guys can verify. Because I asked first, Talene, is this sweater that important to you? She said, yes, I love this sweater, this is my sweater. She paid for it with her own money, she wants the sweater back. So I said, well, since it's important to you, let the girl know that you're gonna have the guidance counselor reach out to her mom in reference to the hoodie. But Talene did something totally different.
No, I didn't. I said I'm gonna go to somebody.
Leslie said, let her have it. And she said she must have really needed it if she had to lie about it.
Right, like stay lying about it. Like it's not that big a deal. It's nothing to do with it.
It is a wrap. That hoodie a wrap. It's been weeks.
I know, it's been forever, so I don't want to go back to it. Like I already went back to her 3 times and she still denied that it's my hoodie. So, you know, it's like an old hoodie. It's old. Like,
why would she want it? Like the hoodie is gold.
it is. That's why I want it back. But it's old. If she really needs it that bad, like
I don't think personally. And I don't know the girl, but personally, I wouldn't say she needed it. I think the sweater is dope, and she gotta have it. And I think now that she knows that you know, well, obviously you would know it's your sweater because it's like one of a kind. But now she just wears it with pride, like this is my hoodie.
right. And I don't want it. If I get the hoodie back, then I'm gonna start wearing it like. I don't know, I feel weird, like
Why?
this girl.
It's your hoodie.
No, but I'm just saying, like, this girl took my hoodie and now I'm wearing it, like, okay, yeah, I get it, it is my hoodie, but like, I don't know, everybody knew that was my hoodie and that girl was wearing the hoodie. So if I come to school with the hoodie on, they'll be like, oh, so you got your hoodie back, like.
You love it. So anyway,
Some people were saying I was being dramatic about it. They're like, oh, you should just let her have it. I'm like, that's my hoodie, like, if that's your hoodie and you paid your money for it, you would want it back too.
I guess. I mean, at this point, it's been weeks, and you
Right.
still haven't gotten your hoodie back.
Wait,
so.
one more thing. She was like, we saw each other. Me and my friend was like standing like on the side somewhere, and then she passed by us, and then we were looking at her, and Abby's like, "Oh, isn't that the girl that took your hoodie?" And I was like, "Yep." And I was just looking at her and stuff, but I wasn't like looking at her, but she wasn't looking at me, so she wouldn't notice that I was looking at her. But I know she saw me on the corner of her eye. And then she kept walking, and I turned around, and I looked at her. She turned around too, and it was funny because she probably thought I wasn't looking at her anymore, but nah, I was looking at her.
Yeah, I don't understand this situation, but Jasmine said to get your hoodie back. So we're gonna move on past the hoodie. I just wanted to get everybody's opinion on how you think she should go forward with the hoodie. Because at this point, the girls still have the hoodie. Talia still want her hoodies. The girl's still wearing it, but it's been weeks. Like how long now?
A month or something.
Yeah, probably about a month, Jasmine. So we're gonna move on past the hoodie. So, how has being on the dance team been? Like, I want to hear that experience.
Okay, so the dance team, it's really fun. Like, on game days, just on the field looking at the crowd. Honestly, I block out the crowd. Like, I don't even know that they're there until I get off the field and be like, oh wait, I just danced in front of the crowd. But like, during, I'm just counting in my head, and there's girls next to me screaming the counts, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And it's like, but when we dance in the stands, it's a lot of fun. You're just with your friends, just talking, you're just doing it. And there's parts where we just yell, like, ah, and we just do dancing.
So, being not on the dance team last year and then having the experience of being on the dance team this year, do you love it? Like, just what is the difference between your freshman and sophomore year, like not doing all the things you were doing this year?
My freshman year, I had a lot of like time doing nothing, like during the week, and now I have a lot going on, like chorus and dance. Dance is Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, and Friday. The only day I have off is Wednesday. Well, we're not really going to practice that much on Wednesdays.
Okay. So dance has been like a big influence on your high school year.
It's kind of like going back to gymnastics, but this I'm like actually in high school and doing both.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. And so, what about like when you guys win? When y'all win? Sorry.
We won the last game though. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, go ahead, go over it.
Honestly, I don't care. So it doesn't matter.
I mean, you should care school spirit. But,
They suck. Like, I mean,
oh wow, they suck.
everybody knows they suck. We win. I mean, we lose mostly every game.
Y'all won 3 games.
Oh my god. We've had like 7. We lost 4 games.
That's crazy. I mean,
And they were really bad, well, like L's.
really bad elves. You love it. I can't deal. So what's the difference? Like being in dance and not being in dance?
What's the difference?
Yeah, like what was the difference in your freshman year? Like, what makes it better or worse, or what makes it having a good high school experience?
Dance is like the people. It's kind of like a family. And
why you quotation?
Because, well, I'm not friends with everybody on the team. We're not actually a real family.
I guess. Go ahead.
But the people I do like hang out with and talk to, it's a lot of fun talking with them and hanging out with them, and like we're always talking about dance, and it's just a lot of fun. Last year I didn't have like a relationship like that where I'm with these people a lot. Like I did in gymnastics, but since then this is the closest it's been to having a family like that and being with them that much.
Right.
And having a lot of fun while I'm dancing. I love dancing. So.
Okay. And you know, I think we were talking about the experience of game days, and what about drum circle? So after they win a game, they have this thing called.
No, it's not after we win a game. It's after every game. Like
oh yeah, but after every home game. Oh, so y'all do it when y'all lose? Oh, okay, I didn't know. So when after the games, y'all do a drum circle. Like that's a whole dope experience. How was that for you too?
The drum circles are really fun. Like we're all hot and like sweaty from dancing. We get there at like 4 and it ends at 11. So you already know we're really tired. And then we all go to the drum circle and we're like running to get there before the band gets there. And it's just a lot of fun. Everyone's there in a circle and it's just crowded and we're all just dancing. We don't even care that it's a lot of people and we're sweating. We're just having a lot of fun.
So let's talk about life after high school. Have you thought about any colleges that you want to go to? No, you sophomore year, you need to start thinking about that stuff.
I was thinking about going to UCLA, and I was like, no, you can't go to college, it's too far, it's too much money. So
that is far. California?
It is far, but I have an aunt out there, so.
That's out the picture.
I have an aunt out
there. Shout out to Jessica. But nah, that's too far. I don't know about no California.
So that's the college I was thinking about going. And then I was thinking about
what? Oh, go ahead.
Going to Rutgers, or however you say it. It's in New Jersey, and most of my family are in New Jersey. I would like to be close with to them, but I don't know anything about that college. My uncle went to that college and he told me about how great it is, but I don't know what they do in that college. And that's why I go to UCLA, because that college, I don't know, I'm more into the performing arts and stuff, and I don't think that's what that college is about.
What, Rutgers? I think most colleges have a lot going on, different programs, dance teams, college football, cheerleading, all that. But yeah, I mean, you do have some that kind of more specializes in something. You wanted to ask one of your questions?
What was life like for you in high school?
Well, you already know I went to a performing arts. Shout out to Rosa Parks High School. Peace out. Okay. So high school was great. What I always tell you that I didn't have I lived vicariously through your sports experience. You're on a dance team. Y'all dance for the different, the football games and stuff like that. Now you just told me y'all gonna be dancing for the basketball games and stuff. And that wasn't a part of my life. If anybody had ever seen Fame, that was like what Rosa Parks was going to. Our school just specializes in the arts, dance, vocal, drama, creative writing, arts, and stuff like that. So we did a lot of our high school career singing, because I was a vocal major. So we did a lot of singing, a lot of traveling to different, competitions. I was I wouldn't say comedian, but I was a clown in high school. So for all my high school friends that's listening, I just was a clown. Like, we used to just have fun. And
she's always telling me about how cool she was.
I was cool. I was cool like that in high school. Like, stop hating. I was cool like that. Don't do me. Don't do me. She be hating, like, the thing about kids, when they teenagers, they think you old and decrepit, like you don't have no
That's
style.
not true.
Yes.
Not you.
Oh, you don't think I'm old? But
No,
I
think
can't.
you're old.
Okay. I'm not old. Thank you. But when I say certain things, you're looking like, or like I try to dance or something, she try to make it seem like
She does it so weird. She does it on purpose. You do it on purpose. Or you do it on purpose to be like embarrassing or something.
Embarrassed?
You know, like not embarrassed, but you do it weird because you know I'm gonna say something.
Anyway, so shout out to Rosa Parks High School. I mean, high school is just about living my best life. If I could go back, I would definitely do more of that schoolwork than living my best life. I was like just clowning and just enjoying.
And that is the opposite of me. I do more schoolwork than
Do you clown too?
No, I don't. Rarely. I'm not a class clown. I mean, I can when I want to be, but not when we're supposed to be working. You say but I'm coming home with A's and B's.
Yeah, right. Okay, maybe you're coming home with A's and B's, but...
Okay, in other letters.
What other letters?
You coming home with A's? Or you said me or you?
Yeah.
I thought you said you.
Oh, because I'm about to say, don't come with some other letters, honey. So what else you got?
How do you think the podcast will impact your future?
I don't know. Like, I want such great things from the podcast. Like, I want it to grow and expand, and I want to be traveling the world and having different people on the podcast. You know, like it being a platform for people to talk about their business, talk about, you know, where they're going with their business, or if they're interested in things. You know, people go through things in life that's like, yes, let's talk about it. So I really want it to become a platform where I'm able to expose different people, business, things. Different people, business, things that they feel like that they want to talk about, that they need, that they feel like the world need to know. I just want to be like that open platform. So I'm just like excited about where the podcast can go, but I'm unsure. Like there's so many changes, as you guys can see. For the past few weeks, Jason and Tosh hasn't been here. Shout out to you guys. I miss you guys. Tosh, you know, she needed, you know, some time to get some things together. And, you know, I'm back to me, the traveling pants of a single mom. So it's a new adjustment for me to just be me here again, back to where it started. But maybe that's where it needs to be, and that's where it needs to go. Who knows? Only God knows what He has in store. Yeah, but I'm excited about the route the podcast is going. I'm getting some good feedback from different episodes, like when I had the breast cancer episode. Shout out to James and Keyshawn. When I did the Jesus episode, shout out to Jasmine. And also my cousin Jasmine, when I did her episode when she was talking about her business, Jazzy Affairs. So I see great things for it. Of course, I have my up and down about where it's going, but I'm trying to stay focused on the goal and keep pushing and continuing to be consistent. How do you think the podcast has changed my life?
I think the podcast has been, I don't know, like, I think it's made you like happier, and it's giving you like a passion. You finally found your passion, because I know before you were lost, kind of. You didn't really know what you wanted to do, and the podcast, it seems like it's something that is like really important to you,
right.
And you know, you think it's gonna, you know, go somewhere, and that's good, you know, for your future. And
Yeah.
I feel like it will go somewhere too, because it's already like growing, and I really hope it gets bigger.
Me too. I love it. You're right. I love it. I feel like it has given me a sense of, you know, like, I don't know, like it gave me a sense of knowing and feeling, before I just felt like I just existed, like, oh my God, I'm here. Like, but what am I supposed to do? Like, what do I want to do? And ever since I started the podcast, it's made me feel like I'm doing something. People are listening, people are watching, they want to know more about me, know more about things that's going on in the community. People reach out, oh, I'm interested, and on being your platform, that makes me feel good. And now that I have started going live, just that people interacting with me on the live and wanting to, ask questions, and, that was the biggest thing for me. When I used to do it on SoundCloud, which is still on SoundCloud and it's on YouTube, guys. So if you don't catch the full episode, you can always go on YouTube to also catch the full episode. But I don't get the interaction that I get now that I'm going live. So it has brought a different excitement in my life. Going live and able to interact with the audience, and they ask questions and they say things, and then I can, piggyback and, off of that. So it has been great, and I absolutely love it, and I thank everybody that supports and listens and comments and share. Thank you so much for doing all those things. You have anything, other questions?
What would you like your future husband to be like?
You love it. Really?
Okay.
I'll answer it. I don't know. I want my future husband to be kind. A man. I like masculine, manly men. So, as Tiffany would say, what she would say, I want a man. A manly man. She got that soft voice. But yeah, just like a manly man, someone that is conscious of what's going on in the world and the society, someone that's, takes charge, that's bold, cool. I always say cool like that, that's my thing. I want somebody that's cool like that, hardworking, has goals. I am cool. Why you be hating? Hardworking, have goals. First and foremost, someone that respects both you and Sky. To start the list back to the top. Someone that respects you and Sky. Respects that you guys are in my life. And I don't want someone that feel like they have to step in and like, oh, she want me to be their dad. But I do definitely want somebody that is gonna acknowledge and know that, okay, they're sharing a life with me, so then they're sharing a life with you guys. Get hardworking, determined, goal-oriented. I have a list. But fine, cool like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bay. Hey. You be hating. Why you hating? Guys, she be hating on me.
Okay, what are something you've learned about being confident, and like tips on being confident?
Well, some things that I learned about being confident is you just gotta be it. Sometimes, like I said in the last episode, it took me a while to get to a place where, and I still doubt myself or doubt things, but you just gotta own it. You just gotta own it. I tell you, when you walk in a room, just own it. Own that space, own that situation, and just come to a place where you know your flaws, but you accept them. And that's where I'm coming, and that's where you need to go. Even if you have flaws, because everybody has flaws, but own those things. Step into it like, like we watched, what was it? Nappily Ever After. And remember in the beginning when her hair was straight and she would enter the room and everybody would stop, they turn heads and like, bam, bam, bam. She was confident, she knew like she had it. And then the scene where, for those who haven't seen it, sorry, but the scene, spoiler alert, but the scene where she cuts her hair off and then she goes out to the world, she was timid.
She had like a wrap over her head, and she wasn't as confident.
She wasn't as confident. You know what I'm saying? She was walking through, and whereas the day before, she would walk through and people would turn their heads. Now people didn't even know she exists.
Right.
But confidence is like an inner thing. Because when she found that inner confidence, even with the bald head, once she found that confidence, like, yo, I'm it, with or without the hair, that's when that, you know, she started to, you know, she walking with her head up, chest, you know, chest back, like, you know, I'm it, you know what I'm saying? So confidence is just knowing that you're it regardless, you know, owning whatever it is that you may feel like, oh, my hair is not straight, like, own it. It don't matter how you feel like the world is gonna perceive you, how you perceive yourself is really the most important thing. So I feel like confidence has grown on me because, you know, I've been through so many journeys, braces, gaining weight, you know, this, that, and the third, finding who I am. And so through it all, I realized that owning who I am has been the best part of the confidence, like just owning it. Because nothing much has really changed. Okay, yeah, I gained weight. Okay, I got my teeth straight. But at the end of the day, that doesn't change within. You know, people do all these things to alter their body, and no disrespect or no shade to those, you know, who feel like that's a route that you want to go. But I see a lot of people doing those things, and what is inside still hasn't changed. So how they feel, you do one thing, like even with me, I gain weight, you say, Mom, you look fine. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I feel like, dang, I still feel skinny. Right. I go to the store and I buy clothes and I still buy the smaller sizes because within I still have to get into that space and that frame of mind like, yo, you not there no more, right. You know? But yeah. So those are some of the things here. How is your confidence coming along?
I think that before I wasn't really a confident person, but this year I'm trying to work on that. Like when I walk through the halls and stuff, like keep my chest up and don't slouch and don't look at the floor and don't like look like, you know, sad or, you know, because everyone says I have a sad face, like my resting face, it looks sad. So when I'm walking, I always think like, hey, don't.
Yeah, like, put that smile on your face.
Yeah, like don't be like, because my face is really, you know,
like resting.
Yeah.
It's things that we all have to work on, but the fact that you know, like we know, okay, boom, these are things we need to work on. You just need to continue to work on it and, you know, just work on your self-esteem, work on knowing that, like, I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
look in the mirror and like,
right.
cute, like,
I can't. Your confidence has increased. Like I see it. Like I see how you walk through and how you come in and be like, "Mom, I'm cute," or whatever. And I'm like, "All right, Kelly, yes, you cute," or whatever the case may be. But yeah, confidence is really it. But like I was saying, go ahead.
Last year, like with my hair, I was thinking about cutting it off and stuff. But this year, I don't know. Like, I'm just, oh my gosh, my hair's getting so long.
Because it's getting long. That's why.
No, I don't think it. I really don't think it's that. I don't know. I've been doing more styles because usually, like last year, I'd keep my hair the same. I'd curl it, and then when it's straight, I would just whatever. Just hey, hair, just do whatever you want. But now I'm trying to do more styles. Like I put it in a like in the back, low ponytail, high, like 2 buns, and like 2 straight in the front. Other hair. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so what's now? I noticed that you're wearing makeup now. What's that about? Like. You don't really wear makeup?
For the first week of high school, I wasn't wearing it, but I was like, this is too much. Like, I go to practice and I sweat this makeup. Makeup is too much work. So in the mornings, I don't really do anything.
Don't really do it anymore.
Like, I put like a little highlight on. That's it. And the mascara. That's it.
And that's it. Okay. Well, I want to go back to what I was saying because I don't think I finished. Wait, no, you cut me off. What?
But I do when I wear makeup. I really like it.
You like it.
Yeah,
It's just more, and you got your eyebrows done for the first
yes,
time.
I'm so happy. Before I was like, my eyebrows are fine, and then I got my eyebrows waxed, and I was like, this
Like
is what
she
it looks
was
like.
in the mirror for hours.
No, I wasn't. I was in the mirror for like 10 minutes.
That's a lie. She was in after she got her eyebrows done. She was in the mirror for hours. Like, oh my eyebrows. Like,
Cause you're always like, your eyebrows are woofing. I'm like,
they used to be woofing. I used to like get them shaped up. Now I don't know.
no. But why I didn't was because of you.
Why?
Okay, it wasn't because of you, but like if I asked you, hey, can I get my eyebrows waxed? I remember one time we were at the nail salon and you were like, well, do you want to get your eyebrows waxed? And I'm like, nah, I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. It's just too much. You're growing up. And it's like, dang, now you getting eyebrows done. You need this. You going to homecoming. Like, everything just coming too fast. By the time I turn around, you're going to be a senior in high school. We're going to be taking senior pics. And I'm just not ready. It's just too much. I just can't. Like, it's just going too fast. Like, you literally have 2 more years of high school. Those 2, it's going too fast. High school is almost over. And I'm not ready.
You should see her in the mall, like, no, it's too short. You can't wear that. When it's all the way down to my knees.
That's a
like,
lie.
You can't wear that.
The jean skirt was too short.
No, it really
Too
wasn't.
short. Either way, let me go back to what I was saying. Because I really want to press this because I feel like I need to evolve in certain areas in my life. And being late, always late, is something that I've struggled with for years. Ever since I can remember, I've struggled with being late. And I've always claimed it. Obviously, I have on the shirt that said always late, claiming it. And now I'm in a place in my life, as I was saying in the beginning of the podcast, that it's become a black cloud over my head. Like, yo, late. And I am no longer claiming being always late. I am putting that idea that I'm always late to the back burner and I'm always on time. Without from late to putting on time. Okay? I am working. Not working, I'm doing. I am going to no longer claim being late. I'm going to make sure make more time for me to prepare and get things done, out the way, out the door. So whether it's work, whether it's other engagements that I have to go to, I am making the best effort, more than the effort I'm doing, to just be no longer late. I am not claiming that demon. I'm casting it away. I am not really telling you.
Yes.
You're a hater.
You're always late. Finally. I'm not gonna be late.
I'm not gonna be late. Don't say I'm always late because I'm not claiming that no more.
Okay, sorry.
I'm always on time now, guys. You know what I'm saying? So that is no, it ain't no little thing. You have to have faith in me too.
I do have faith
No,
in you.
you didn't.
No, okay, but the thing is, you said I'm not gonna be late anymore. I'm not gonna be late anymore, guys. I'm late again.
Okay, well, this.
But no,
I really know. All jokes aside, I really do need to work on it, and I feel like, just like I had a talk with Mateen. Shout out to Mateen the other day, and she was saying to me, you know, she feels like in order to be, like, everything is a test, you know, and you gotta, if you want to be successful outside of what God has already given you, you have to master what it is that's in front of you. And I feel like I'm at that place in my life where it's like, I'm hindering myself by not putting the extra effort into what He's already blessing me with. So because one of the things that and as my supervisor, we had a talk, he said, that's something you can control, you know, and being late is something that I can control. So I want to vow to work on that, to be more cautious of time management, because whether I'm working for a company or I'm working for myself, there will always be time management. I'm gonna have to meet some type of time stipulation. So I don't want to claim that demon, that cloud.
Right.
I don't want to claim it no more. That cloud. I don't want to claim it anymore. I am going to be on time. So I wore this shirt today to represent that it's no longer always late. It's going to be always on time.
Yes.
Yeah, shine bright like a diamond. So, what are some things that you want to tell me, if anything?
You are such a strong woman.
She loves it, guys. Now you're just making something up off your head. Go ahead.
Well, I wasn't. I wasn't planning on telling you anything.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's me. I'm your mom. So if you got to tell me something, you should just know what it is that you want to tell me, good and bad.
I love you very much, and I'm very proud of you for not being afraid and taking that step into something that you don't know what's gonna happen, and you're still going, even though Tasha and Jason isn't here anymore. You're still gonna try, and you didn't quit just because they're not here anymore.
Changes. I mean, and we don't know what the future holds. You know, like I said, things are going on in other people's lives, so we don't know what the future holds. But I am also, because I did feel intimidated, like, you know what, let me just not. But, you know, the show must go on, you know, consistency. When I hear about Oprah and, like, you know, I read Charlamagne's book, and, you know, these different successful people, they have obstacles along the way. And instead of giving up, because sometimes these things are the test to see, okay, boom, is she about to give up? Because this is a test right here. And sometimes it's a test to see if you're going to give up. And it's always the hardest. You get tested the hardest when you're about to make it. You know what I'm saying? When something big about to come your way, because it's like, yes, it's about to come. Let's test her the hardest so she can give up. You know what I'm saying? And instead of giving up, I was like, you know, Tosh, just keep going, keep pushing, be consistent, keep putting content, keep doing what you do. And maybe today, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, whatever, may not be listening and sharing and liking and tagging and all this extra stuff. But you never know that day. I remember when I started listening to The Friend Zone. When I started listening to them, they were episodes in, like they were like a year in almost. And I went back to the beginning, and a lot of people do that. You know, they want to know and share the journey. Like, this has been a journey from beginning to end. And it's like many different transitions along the way. And I just, you know, I just hope people just start from the beginning and follow and see how this has evolved.
Something better than saying test, I like to think it's about choices. Mm-hmm. The choices you make. So, I think saying test, that's kind of scary. Why? For me, because like, you're being tested. This is a test, this is a test. Everything you do, everything in your life is a test. Like, that's, I don't know, that's scary to me. I think it's your choice. Mm-hmm. You choose what happens in your life.
You do choose, but sometimes in life you do get tested, and you have to know, even though you can make a choice how you come out of that test, but sometimes in life you do get tested, and you have to know where your faith lies, like how strong or how much you want something, or how faithful you are, because that will determine how you will execute it, like how that will end for you. Sky, go sit down. Sorry, guys. Sky, go sit down. You was doing real good, honey. Go back. You was doing good. But yeah, sometimes it is your choice, and you have to make sure you're making the right choices in life. So
You can't blame anybody else for your
yourself.
choices.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good, because things that I'm going through right now, I have came to terms that I'm in certain situations right now because of the choices and the actions I've made. I can't blame nobody for it. I can't point no fingers like, okay, boom, I'm here right now because of X, Y, and Z. I've accepted, you know, what it is I've done. Right. You can't take it out on other people. Just in life, just make sure you make the right choices, or try to make the right choices. Make the most conscious choice when you're making choices. and decisions in life.
If you know a choice is wrong, don't choose the wrong choice.
Yeah, but sometimes people feel like they want to test the waters. You know what I mean? Like I want to be on the wild side. You're not gonna always make the right choices in life.
I know, but in that moment, don't choose the one you think is wrong. Choose the one you think is right.
At that moment, they probably think that choice is right. That's why they made that choice.
Okay, but your self-conscious knows which one's right and which one's wrong.
Right. Yeah, sometimes like, don't do it. Yeah, if that sometimes it's like, don't do it. You already know, like, just let it go. Don't do it. But your choices are very important. And just in life, my advice to you is continue to strive to be the best. You are very talented. You are very beautiful. You are very driven. Thank you. Thank you. You are very driven. And you are multi-talented. And you're smart.
Thank you.
So, you love it. So, I would say to you to make sure that you keep pushing to be the best Talia you could be. I am very proud of everything you've accomplished so far. Like, just hearing you sing the other day, because who have teenagers know when they could sing or have a talent and you ask them to do it, they don't never want to do it.
It was so scary, guys. That opening the concert, I'm never gonna get over that. I opened the concert, like, I was so nervous. Even the chorus teacher was like, yeah, I saw you take like a giant breath before you started singing. And then people were like, oh, that was the best one I've heard.
It was beautiful. You did a wonderful job.
Even though when I heard it back, like, I could hear every mistake I had made, but I know I did good.
You did good. It was amazing. I mean, again, you don't sing much. You sing at home, but when I ask you, Talia, that sounds good, let me hear it. Oh, no, I can't. Or whatever the case may be. So going to that concert from last year, she had a solo, to this year, I just was like, wow. Yeah. Like, your voice has grown so much.
And at that concert, you were over there crying, like, oh my God, that's my baby! And then we listened to this one and back to that one. Ooh. Sounds
it still sounds good.
Oh, yeah,
it sounds good. It's just that you can see the growth in your voice. That was big. Yeah, your voice improved a lot. So, I just want to say, continue doing the best that you can. Keep making your school education first, and continue to enjoy school. I will always say, don't focus on being in the mainstream. Just, you know what I'm saying, just be yourself. You know what I'm saying, continue to be yourself. Don't do too much to try to fit in. Don't do, you know what I'm saying, just vibe.
Do we have enough time for me to talk about something else, like a friendship that I have?
I don't know, Talia. I don't even know how long you've been on here. Does it say?
5 minutes.
How long have you been on here?
Well, like 55 minutes.
Okay, you're gonna have to wrap it up soon. But we could always have another episode. If you can make it fast. Because your stories, you be dragging it out like me.
I know. Okay, so I had these two friends, and then we were close friends, and then all of a sudden they started having like other, like...
friendships.
No, like more stuff in common than me and her. And then,
Go ahead.
And now, but now I'm like, I have other friends and I'm being more myself, I think. And then there's friends in my dance team and they're like, I don't know, they like me for me and I'm happy. But I'm scared because I don't want to mess up the friendship.
It's not about messing up, Talia. It's about you put too much energy. Just be yourself. Don't do.
But I'm a bit sad because they're having sleepovers without me now, and we used to have sleepovers together, and they just stopped inviting me.
You're on a different path. You're on a different path. You gotta. And another thing my supervisor said to me today too as well. That sometimes when you're going on a different path or you're trying to get to the top, sometimes you gotta let things and people go so that you can evolve. It's not everybody that's gonna go with you to the next level. And that's something that we just have to accept. that things like that will happen. Like people that you've been friends with, that, now I told you this already, you probably start your freshman year with certain friends, and your senior year, you probably pass these same people in the hall that you were friends with, slept at their house, ate lunch with, fellowship with, and then now your senior year, you guys probably don't have nothing in common. You guys don't even talk. You know, no relationship. It is sad, but people change, things change. So you never know where life is gonna take you. So just keep in mind that the real people will always be there. Like the people that's there for you, that has your back, that's, you know, have your best interest at heart, they'll be there, you know. But, and not saying that people that you choose to let go, not saying that they don't have your best interest at heart. Sometimes people just grow apart and grow in different directions. But you don't have no hard feelings, you just grow and continue to build on other friendships and relationships that's more meaningful to you as well.
And the people I'm with now, you can see that they like genuinely like really care, and they have very warm hearts, and I'm very happy. I'm friends with them because they're really nice.
I'm happy. I'm waiting for these days where Talene is just, you know, like I said, in the first season or first episode we did, you leaving gymnastics was like a big thing, you know, like a big hurt, because they were like so much your family. And you really, that freshman year or that summer before freshman year, that was like the saddest I've ever seen you, because it just felt like gymnastics stopped, and it was like friendships and everything kind of like wasn't the same or whatever. But yes, so continue being who you are. I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for being a part of my podcast. Aww. And thanks for the encouraging words. And thanks for always having my back. You know, thanks for always being there. And again, I'm gonna do a special thanks that, you know, you're like awesome with Sky. You treat her like she's golden. Like even though you guys are far apart in age, Sky loves it in the background, guys. She loves it back there. Oh, where at?
I thought it was an hour.
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, then why'd you say I didn't have enough time?
Because you be telling stories mad long. Sky. So yeah, thank you for always having Sky back, having my back with Sky. It's hard out here for a pimp, and sometimes I be struggling. But I know it's not your responsibility to pick up the slack where slack is due, but I do appreciate you being there, and you know, I try not to take out of your life for you to be hands-on with Sky, but I do appreciate you stepping in and helping me with Sky and taking some of the burden off of me. I truly appreciate you for that, and I love you. And thank you for being on my podcast. So, you have anything else to say? You good? You good?
Oh yeah, but about
She
friends.
loves it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have another group of friends.
Oh God. Never mind. We ain't doing this. Nope. We're not doing it. No, we're done. We're done. We're done.
Wait.
Talene, you got. Okay, go ahead.
It's like telling stories. Okay, and
That's why you need to start your own live. Talene says, or.
okay. Let me just tell the story. Okay, so I thought they were gonna be like the people that I was talking to. I thought they were gonna be my close friends on the dance team, but now, like how I said, I was gullible, not claiming it. But you know, they are the type of people that will just ignore you, like, if I'm saying something, you know. And I'm seeing that, I'm like, oh wait, I thought they were gonna be good friends, but they're like. It seems like they don't really want to be a friend, you know, or they don't really care about me. The people the other people that I thought I wasn't gonna be friends with, now I'm friends with them, and like I'm talking to them more, and they care about me more. So don't judge a book by its cover.
Mm-hmm. That's true. judge a book by its cover. So, guys, thanks so much for listening. Thanks for being my guest this week. I do appreciate you. Thanks for listening to the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom, and I'm signing off. Peace.